It looks like the shortages for the Xbox Series X are going to last a bit longer than expected. What is up, everybody? Welcome back to another video. Thank you for stopping by. If you're new here and you enjoy what you see throughout this video, I would really appreciate you hitting that subscribe button to make this community bigger so we can have great conversations in the comments below. But for now, let's jump into this. So these supply issues with the next generation consoles as well as with the new PC GPUs has not been a secret to anyone. Since the release of the next gen consoles in November, it has been really tough to get your hands on an Xbox Series X and a PlayStation 5 if you were not somebody who was able to get in on that pre-order. Every time new stock comes up, it seems like scalpers are getting them all. There's still a lot of bots getting into retailer websites and able to snatch up all of the consoles, and then they take those consoles and they post them on eBay for thousands of dollars. So it's pretty crazy what is going on with the demand for the Xbox Series X and the PlayStation 5. I previously thought that the supply would start meeting the demand in like March, April, or May, but it looks like that may not be the case, and we are going to start having to wait a tiny bit longer if you're somebody who is looking for an Xbox Series X specifically and you do not want to pay the scalping prices. Now, I want to make it clear that I definitely think you shouldn't be paying scalping prices, and if you want an Xbox Series X, even if you have to wait until next summer, I would definitely just still wait and buy this when it becomes available. But this says here that Microsoft's head of investor relations, Mike Spencer, revealed supply of its new Xbox consoles will be constrained at least through June. Now, there's a lot of reasons that go into this, obviously, with the state of the world, with COVID, with the ability to get their SoCs ready for these consoles, with AMD having shortages with their GPUs and all of the constraints that they're dealing with. The AMD CEO Lisa Su warning that there might be no capacity until the second half of the year for their GPUs. So this is all just a big supply and demand problem. There's a ton of demand, and they're not going to be able to meet this supply for a decent amount of time. And June may just be the beginning of when they start rolling these out. Now, I'm just going to be honest, the pricing of the next generation consoles and those next generation or new PC GPUs are way overpriced, obviously through eBay, through scalpers. But the more people continue to buy those off of eBay, or the more people continue to buy these consoles or GPUs secondhand, the higher the prices will go, or at least they'll stay the same. They're not going to start dropping. So the only way for that to happen is for people to just be patient. And I highly doubt that's actually going to happen. You're still going to have a ton of people buying from scalpers because they can afford it or because they just don't want to wait. So there's that. But it's unfortunate if you're somebody who hasn't been able to get your hands on an Xbox Series X and you're still finding it tough. I'm sure they're still going to be releasing like small batches of consoles between now and June. It's not going to be like there's no stock at all for these consoles, but I think it won't be easy to get your hands on one just by walking into a store until the summer. And by that time, I mean, it's not that big of a deal to wait, because by that time you're going to have a lot more announcements. You're going to have a lot more games that are out for it. And there was also news today that the EU is set to roll Microsoft's $7.5 billion acquisition of ZeniMax by the 5th of March. And Microsoft's not going to be able to announce anything for this deal until it has been finalized. So once the 5th of March comes, they're probably going to come up with more information about what they're doing with the IPs from ZeniMax, when games are coming out, and then we'll start to see them slowly trickle out from there on out. And I mean, that's March. By that time, hopefully there'll be a little bit more stock, but then you're only going to have to wait like April, May, June, so 3 more months really, until, like they say, at least they're hoping the consoles will be more readily available and hopefully meet the demand. It's wild times. It's wild times. I don't really remember the last time that consoles have been this much in demand and this hard to get. I guess maybe like back to like the Nintendo Wii when that came out, and the Xbox 360. That era was pretty crazy, but I don't remember if it was this crazy where it's going to be this long before the demand is starting to get met. I'm sure it was similar, but the big difference today in this generation is that they have all the online retailing, you have all of the bots, and it's really easy for scalpers just to scoop them up and then sell them at really high prices. Anyways, that's it for me. I mean, it's unfortunate if you were hoping that they would become more readily available more soon. You're just gonna have to be a little bit more patient, and hopefully if you're looking for one actively, you can get in on the times that they do release stock. Thank you guys for watching. Let me know what you think about all of this in the comments below. Have you gotten a next generation console or one of the new PC GPUs yet? Are you still looking? Have you been trying to get them when they release stock and just haven't been able to? I love to hear all your thoughts and experiences on this. If you enjoyed this video, make sure to hit that thumbs up button. If you are new here and you like what you see, I'd really appreciate you hitting that subscribe button to join this community so we can just create a really awesome community and have great conversations about all of the stuff in the comments below. Thank you again for watching. Thank you for your support, and I'll catch you in the next video.